This is Patrick Botticelli with Colonial Airstream in Lakewood, New Jersey. Today I'm inside of a 2017 Airstream Classic 30J. 30J is the floor plan with a rear queen, and a 30A would be a rear twin bed. Some of the model year improvements we're going to be going over today would include the removable backrest for the dinette. So in previous model year, these were sewn in. So when you folded this down into a bed and you took the cushions that are stored here in the side and squeezed them in the middle, you had less distance now between the two, so it was a smaller bed. So now that these are removable, it makes into a larger bed. You're gaining about 3 to 4 inches on either side, so you could sleep a larger person. Airstream also upgraded the sound system. There's a more powerful subwoofer, and they changed the location of where the speakers, so now they're inset into the cabin here on the front of the trailer, as well as the rear. Instead of in the ceiling or underneath the cabinets, they're inset into the cabinets. I do like the design touch that they did with the routed edge here and a little speaker grill. Nice touch. Another model year improvement is that the power awning outside is now standard. They also, the wireless backup camera system, the Voyager system that was optional the year before, it is now standard for 2017. This comes with a display, a 5-inch wireless display for inside your vehicle that plugs into your cigarette lighter and is powered once you turn the parking lights on inside the travel trailer. The same decors are available. This one we're in right now is the night sky countertop and the macadamia ultra leather. But there's going to be a new decor that's available later in the year. It's a cognac maple decor instead of the cherry. So there'll be a lighter decor as well as the dark decor. I personally love the cherry. It's very rich looking on the interior, but there are some people that want a lighter interior decor, so that would be available as well. Underneath this dinette booth is the Alde 3010 compact hydronic heating system. Basically what it does, it flows glycol through these lines here to give you even and consistent heating throughout the trailer, also in a silent fashion, so you're not going to hear a blower motor. It's going to use a lot less 12 volt to spin the circulator pump to bring the glycol through the lines versus that power consumption of a blower motor. Also eliminates the need of a water heater and water heater reservoir. So this is going to take care of all your domestic water as well. There's a propane line that comes into it. You have your line that comes out and another line that comes back in for the circulator pump. There's a condensation discharge here, and then we have your exhaust flow that goes outside of the trailer. So there's less grates. There's no longer a furnace grate on the outside. There's no longer a water heater grate. There's just one discharge. This also plugs into electricity. So you have the availability of one electric element, 2 electric elements, or the propane element, which are all very efficient. See how much less room this one system takes than the big furnace that we used to have in prior years that was located under here, and the big water heater that was underneath the back here that took up quite a bit of room. Those are now eliminated and freed up. So you lose one drawer in this section here only. So what it does is when it's pumping the glycol through, the radiant heat will then come out of these vents here, and it's dressed up very nice and neat. Airstream made these aluminum covers for it with a little grate on the top, and this won't be super hot heat, but it will definitely make the trailer more efficient in cold weather. They did some field testing with the manufacturer, and they have a booth that they could take the Airstream trailer into in very cold temperatures, and they were able to actually get a consistent temperature throughout the trailer front to back within 2 degrees, where the old four-side air heating system, which had vents here in the hallway down into your tanks, one in the bathroom and one in the bedroom, there was as much as a 10-degree difference from front to back in the trailer. So this system's going to be more efficient for you. There's also vents here behind the sofa. The radiant heat will come up. You always want a curtain of hot air at your heat loss spots, which will always be glass. So that's why in your residential application, you always have a radiator up against a window in a house, or a heat vent up against a window, because that's creating a curtain of air for your high heat loss items. We have another grate here. This is a heated threshold. So the line goes underneath here, and this is the threshold at the entry door. There's heat vents here behind the sink, in front of the window. Goes up underneath the wardrobe, heats the shower floor. So this is a heated shower floor now. So when you have a heating system, this floor is not going to be cold anymore. Goes all the way through the bedroom. Behind the bed, there's heat vents. You could actually see them here. That's what's radiant heat's coming up. Comes all around to this side here. We have another radiant heat section. This hydronic heating system is a great thing for Airstream. We're very proud that we have it now on the new model year. You have some heating system that goes behind these cabinets here, back underneath. And then this is a heated towel bar. And this will only be heated when you have the heat on, which would probably be the only time that you want your towel to be extra toasty when you have your heat on. You hang them here. This is part of the whole system. It's one zone. Will heat your towels for you. And then the system comes all the way around behind the refrigerator, underneath the dinette, and back, and circulates that glycol back through the lines and constantly heats it. It's all controlled here by this new multiplex touchscreen. So you could hit the home button, and we could see that we could also turn on our inverter on and off from here. We could see if we have shore power or running off the house batteries. Right now we're not plugged in, so we're running off the house battery. We could also bring the dinette table up and down from here. Previous model years, there was a separate switch inside this cabinet. Now it's centrally located. The tank heaters are different. Last year they were forced hot air. This year they're 12 volts. So there's 12 volt pads underneath the tanks. Big advantage to that is you could drive the trailer with the 12 volt system on. You have the solar charging system, which is optional, which this has. And by the way, last year the solar charging system was 100 watts. This year it's 160 watts. The price went down a little bit too. So there's two 80 watt slimline panels on the roof versus two 50 watt panels. So it's a more efficient solar charging system for a little bit less money. So that solar charging system and your vehicle's alternator will charge the batteries on board, which in turn could run your tank heaters for you while you're driving on the highway. Very cool. We could turn your water pump on and off from here. And then we could also see how much fresh water, gray water, black water, and propane we have inside the trailer right from this monitor. But that's not all. You could also check and turn on and off lights in here. So we could turn the master light on and off. That would turn every light in this trailer off if we wanted to. On or off. So I hit off, all the lights just went off. I hit master on, every single light in the trailer is on. Pretty cool. Instead of turning on each system individually, if you just want to get instant light in the trailer, one switch. But then we could change and just have your master lights on and off here. Your front locker lights. There are ones underneath above the sofa. Front accent light. It's a light above the cabinet. See how that dims down when you shut it off? And then there's a dinette locker light. See how they're dimming down? So Airstream really stepped it up this year. They added a lot of great features. So that's our main lights. We have our rear lights. This is for the bedroom area. There's also another control area here at the foot of the bed and one over the bed too. So it's not just one spot to control the lights. There's another one over here by the entry door, and there's another one here next to the sofa. And look at this, Airstream even added USB charge ports in the controls for the power reclining foot rests. So that's a nice feature too. And exterior we could turn on and off the exterior grab handle light, the awning lights, the patio light, or you could turn every exterior light on or off right from this control here. We could also, I don't know, there's a car pretty close, so got to be careful here. We could also open and close the awning from here. So there's a picture of the trailer here. I could do the front tilt, rear tilt, all from this control panel here. So I'm going to hit open. There goes the awning. And I could also control it from right here, right by the entry door. There's also an awning lock now. Whenever this trailer is hooked into a vehicle's 7-way wiring harness, it locks out the awning. So that means that if someone was inside the trailer for whatever reason when the truck was towing it, which is illegal, and they accidentally pressed the awning button, the awning would not go out when it's attached to the vehicle. Here's one thing you would have to remember. After you disconnect the 7-way wiring harness from the tow vehicle, you have to hit the unlock button. Okay? It will not automatically reset so you could bring your awning out. You have to hit the unlock button. So we believe we're going to get a lot of tech support calls on that because it is something that someone might forget, but I did want to mention it in this video. All right, now I have the awning out. I could bring the awning back in by hitting the touch screen, and I could hear it coming back in. And again, I could also tilt it front and rear from this control panel. In the settings model, it tells us what model we have. We could change the screen brightness. And then we have auxiliary setting here. This is for the bathroom fan. So the multiplexing allows them to do so much more in regards to control in the trailer in multiple locations. So here's our bathroom fan. I push that up. I could turn it on. I got to turn the power switch on and off right from this switch right here. I could also turn the tank heaters on and the water pump on from right inside the trailer as well. In the bathroom I meant as well, instead of going to the main control panel. And the Alde system has its own control board here. It's a 3010 system again. It's a hydronic, propane LP, and electric heating system. But you do not need to be plugged into shore power for this system to work, because the circulator pump and the igniter run off at 12 volt, and you have the option to just use propane instead of using electricity. So I could change our temperature on board, so I could bring the temperature up. It's pretty warm out today, so in order to get the system to kick on, I would have to kick it up pretty high. We could change the temperature of our shower. So if I put this all the way up before I'm about to take a shower, it's going to crank that heat water temperature up inside the tank to a very hot temperature, and then it will reset within a certain period afterwards to a normal temperature. I could turn electric element 1 on and electric element 2 on. So you could have 2 electric elements on inside the the Alde system if you need a lot of electricity in there. But the system's smart. It will shed one if it doesn't need to heat the system. And then you could turn your propane on or off from here. So that's your fuel source. This is your setting for your hot water temperature for temporary, and this is your interior temperature inside the trailer. So the system's running. I could feel a little bit of vibration from the pump when it kicked on, but that's it. It's completely silent. Classic has been a favorite for Airstream customers that currently own an Airstream travel trailer, no matter what size or what model. They seem to be gravitating towards the Classic model. It seems to have all the bells and whistles and the features you're looking for, as well as additional comfort on board. Last year Airstream added these lights inside the cabinets to illuminate. It could be dark. We have access panels now to get to the speakers for repair. It's beautiful ocean air shades for the night. We also have the day shade below. Make sure you use 2 hands when you're opening a window as a precaution. I used one just because I'm holding the camera currently. But there's 3 different heights you could adjust the window level to. Just make sure they're all locked in before you travel. The sofa is plugged into electric outlet. So in order for the power footrest to come out, you do have to either be plugged into electricity or turn your inverter system on, which takes your stored battery juice and inverts it into electricity. So you hear that fan come on. That's the inverter that's kicked on. And then we could bring these little footrests out. And then you can flip that down. Put your drinks there. You did lose a drawer that was here in the previous model year. There's no longer a drawer underneath here. But you could tuck away a couple items back here. Just make sure you don't bump into wires and are not interfering with this reclining mechanism. And then these lights are controlled off the main circuit over there, but if you wanted to, you could individually turn one on or off if you wanted to, instead of having all 3 on. This is the standard configuration. It comes with the gas oven, 3-burner cooktop, convection microwave standard, but there is an option to get 3 drawers here. So for people that might not want to use an oven, you do have the option to get drawers instead. Because the furnace is no longer here, you've picked up 1 drawer for storage that wasn't available prior. And I see some little redundancy here. They actually have the standard monitor panel that would normally be up here on the wall down in this cabinet, but then that communicates with this system here. So I didn't realize that earlier, but they do have the C-Level 2 monitor panel in this cabinet. I'm not sure what the reason is for that, but I'm sure they needed this to communicate with the tank sensors, and then this then communicates with the panel up here. Polk audio systems controlled from this display here. Large 9 cubic foot automatic 2-way refrigerator, runs on gas and electric. Slide out pantry. Now I'm not doing a full walkthrough today on this video. I just wanted to highlight some of the new 2017 features and just take a little bit of time to just open up a few items so you can see where the storage is. We have a propane leak detector down here on the bottom. Large drawer underneath the dinette. Another drawer here. A wardrobe. You get these 2 zip-D chairs. You get sheets for the bed. And then there's a safe here as well. We have the control for the manual window awnings that come standard. And the stabilizer jacks, which are power, has a manual override crank. These cabinets are lit as well. There's a privacy curtain that pulls across the hallway. It's black in color. There's also a skylight in the bath with shade. Glass shower door with magnetic strip to keep it shut. Adjustable shower head. Clothesline you can bring across. Lock in place. And hang items for it. Not jeans. I wouldn't recommend doing a towel. Something light across there like a bathing suit or socks. Little bar inside the shower. Push this up. You can turn this one on here. The bed lifts up to get to the additional storage underneath. The back section is the trunk you can get to from outside, and there's 3 drawers under here, and there's bulk storage in the corners. The bed is in the position currently, but you could flatten it out using the control that's here. So now you don't have to reach over to the left or right to hit the control. It's directly over the bed. This is a gorgeous pillow top memory foam mattress. Wooden slats underneath for additional comfort. Also allows airflow underneath the mattress, so if you're spending a lot of time in this trailer, you're doing some cold weather camping, it's very important to allow some airflow under the mattress, otherwise you'll get some mold. We have the rear control for the Polk audio, rear television. Just pull down on the strap that releases it. You can angle it while you're laying in bed to get a better view. A lot of the mechanism inset into the wall here, so when it's back, it doesn't stick out that far. You could get it pretty dark in this bedroom too. Pull down all your shades, pull your privacy curtains across. During the day, you could get it definitely dark enough for comfort. 2 air conditioners are standard on this trailer. There's a 15,000 BTU up front, 13,500 BTU in the back. It's a ducted system, so it's one zone. So if you have the rear one on, it's going to cool the front. If you have the front one on, it's going to cool the rear. If you have both on, it's going to cool the trailer extremely well. On a very hot, extreme temperature day, that would be helpful on a trailer of this size. You have directional vents here in the ceiling. You could shut individual vents off. If there's too much airflow back here and you're getting a little too cold, you could shut off certain ones. Porcelain toilet. Toilet paper holder here. A little bit of storage. Picked up some more storage without the water heater being there. Adjustable shelves on this side. You got a mirror next to the sink. There's a pretty thick fiberglass sink. Little vista view window here in the bathroom. Some storage here. Access panel for getting to a system for repair in the future. Robe hook there. Well, this is Patrick with Colonial Airstream in Lakewood, New Jersey. I hope you enjoyed this brief video. I just wanted to walk you through some of the new features for the 2017 model year on the Airstream Classic. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like this video, comment, share, subscribe. I'd love it. I'll see you soon. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll be sure to answer them as soon as possible. Telephone number to dealership is 1-800-265-9019. And our website is www.colonialairstream.com. Thank you.